Green saves Blue City. Yeah, you're damn right we did. Oh boy, this next level is probably one of the hardest in the entire game. There's no denying it, this one's brutal. We need this road cleared for all anti-tank teams. Proceed down the road ahead of us. We'll be right behind you. And look at that, it's a fucking gray dude! And then he's gone. You never see any other gray dudes in the game as far as I'm concerned. And I don't really care to find out if there's more, but dude, if I was like 7, I'd be like, dude, it's the Gray Colonel from Army Men 3D and we're best friends and we played Mortal Kombat and we're cool. Yeah, I would have been there. Also, in case that wasn't a very stark warning, Bazooka Billy over there, get rid of him or he'll fucking end your day real quick. And they'll take France back over and then they'll turn it into Disneyland. I don't know. I'm so happy that Disneyland is only an American thing because, I don't know, I've never been there. I'm an adult, so I don't really give a shit about children's entertainment. Thank God. So, this level's brutal. There's actually mortar teams in this level, too. See, right there, I got pretty fucking lucky. I didn't get my head blown off there, so there's another Bazooka Billy over there. Try and not die. Jesus! I'm cutting it real fucking tight here. Okay. I think I should be... Okay. Did it work? Okay, good, it worked. I turned them into mashed potatoes. Good. So, if you're unfamiliar, I always like to point this out, because everyone goes, oh, you can't stop it. Hit the button again and you'll stop it. I always like to just point that out, because I'm probably one of 4 fucking people on this planet who actually knows this. So this level's really fucking hard. But look at this, it's fucking... There's so much... Oh shit, this is bad. Okay. Also, they just turn into, like, torsos for some reason. I think that might be a memory-saving trick they use there, rather than just, like, gore. So be careful, there's actually a bazooka dude up there, and we need to get rid of him as quickly as we can. Pretty sure I got him, and that guy can... He's fine, I'm not worried about him. Also, the blue dudes will run up and down and shoot dudes, like... This is so much small things that actually add up to, like, a cool experience. Now, my best advice is just roll like it's fucking Dark Souls all the way up here. Try to do this to make sure you don't get, like, nuked by one of those mortar dudes. And just stick to the right here. Or, sorry, left. And don't try to go out any further because you'll just get killed. One of the mortars will actually hit you and you'll probably die. So, it's safe just to keep doing this. And also, if you couldn't tell... This game is hard as shit, so if you fuck this up, you gotta do it all over. And I just played this game less than 10 minutes before I started recording. So, I mean, it's not a very long game, but it's just, there's a lot of shit that makes it long by arbitrary means, like being extremely difficult. I really don't trust this. I don't know if those guys are programmed to actually not shoot on top of you. I wouldn't put it past it. It's a 3DO game after all. So we've gotten this area cleared out. We needed to do that first. Not a very hard level in all things, but it's just... you'll see what I mean. So use the TAN's radio. We'll do that, okay? This is what I wish Team Assault was like. I think we can all agree. I've cleared all the anti-tank teams. Good job! Wait for us to reach your position. We will send a tank and a driver for you to help us take out the main tank force. Cool. So, like, I know it's small, but look at this. This is actually quite impressive for the PS1, all things considered. The fucking system isn't melting, number one. There's not an insane fog distance, all that shit. And look at that. There's different colored tanks, and they're not green. It's so small, I know, but it makes me happy in a very weird way. Hurry up! He has 3 exclamation marks, so you know he's serious. And, go ahead and ignore that. Let's just use the, 50 cal here. I don't know why they decided to nerf this in later games, but... Because 50 cals can shoot a hell of a lot faster than this. I'm not an expert on these sorts of things, but... This is just, like, a little sad. This is like... Man, Grandpa needs to get his... you know, ED pills in to get the gun to shoot faster, basically. I'm not really sure where this joke's going either. I'm gonna stop it while I'm ahead. So, yeah, that part's pretty easy, but of course, it would not be an Army Man game without the fucking tank massacre. Now, I think this might be because I'm running it on an emulator. I might be able to see a little bit better because the thing is actually... You know what? It's probably not. I bet anything on native hardware this runs at a perfect smooth 60 frames a second. I wouldn't even be shocked, because this game actually has quality. But it's not terrible, all things considered. Now, don't do what I did the very first time I played this and just be like, I wonder if they actually coded this in and shoot the blue tanks that are helping you, because guess what? That's an instant fucking game over. I learned this the hard way at the very end as a joke. So don't fucking do that, okay? That's a really bad idea, and like I said earlier with the PT boat, we're not actually controlling this. I think you couldn't control tanks until land, sea, air. I could be wrong on that, but it's not really that important. Well, no, that's not true. You can control tanks in 3D. What am I saying? Well, in 3D, they controlled, like, hot garbage, and they, depending on your CPU speed, would just be either 300 miles an hour or relatively fast. I actually remember in the native hardware they were at least okay to functionally control. They weren't the worst thing ever, but it's still... I think Team Assault has the best tank controls, all things considered. I mean, it's standard. I mean, it controls well enough. I think, you know, I've seen numerous forums, and I've met a couple of people that have played it, but apparently the WDL tank games aren't terrible. I mean, I'm just not a huge fan of vehicle-based games, in my honest opinion. I'm just not a huge fan of vehicles in games to start with. I think the only games I've ever enjoyed them in is probably... I just tried to say 3 words at once there, and it did not work. I mean, I've played Gran Turismo all the way up to 4. I played Forza Motorsport 2. Sorry, Forza. That's how I'm pretty sure you're supposed to pronounce it, like the cool kids do. I've played the first 4 Twisted Metal games, and I just didn't like them that much. I think I like Twisted Metal 3 the most out of all of them, if I had to be, like, judging them by any standards here. What else? Also, that's normal. That's a blue tank that just got nuked. Don't shoot those, because, yeah, like I said, you'll fail the mission instantly. You really don't want to go through that shit again. As much as the French countryside here is pretty attractive, I don't want to see it again. But, I did quite like Grand Theft Auto 3 through San Andreas. I also quite liked the Jak and Daxter vehicle controls. They were pretty solid. Especially in 3. I think 3 had some pretty fucking swank controls. Take the point! Yeah, I bet you just lost that lead. You did it on purpose, I bet. It's an inside job, I tell you what. But, no, I think Jak 3 had, like, the best controls for the vehicles. The hoverboard in 2 had super fucking slick controls, dude. That was that weird phase in games where everything had to be cool and radical, because not esports, they're just called extreme sports, like BMX and, like, skateboarding was really popular at that time. So they said, I bet the kids like the skateboardings and the Tony Hawks, so they threw in, like, a fucking... You see, this is the problem with this game, is it's starting to, like, derail my brain pretty fucking quick. I'm already starting to talk about other shit that's not the game. But this is so average that I don't really have much to say about it. It controls fluently, but, you know, Spyro 3 had it, which I think was also made by, yeah, it was made by the same people. They made... Yeah, I was thinking Ratchet & Clank, and I'm like, no, it was Insomniac Games made Ratchet & Clank, Naughty Dog made Jak and Daxter, and, Uncharted and shit. They did help each other out, I'm pretty sure, around the same time, though. I think Ratchet & Clank 2 had some solid vehicle controls. Good job! Thank God. That is enough of that tangent over, I guess, so... Don't shoot these, you'll fail, like I said, so I'll see you in the next one.